Okay, I'm going to discuss about adding and subtracting fractions. Okay, before that, we are going to identify the fractions. Okay, first here is the improper fraction. Because sometimes our answer in adding and subtracting fractions are improper fractions. What are improper fractions? These are the fractions that have the same numerator and denominator, or the numerator is greater than the denominator. For example, okay, 4 over 4. This is already called improper fraction. Okay, another one, 6 over 2. Okay, 5 over 3. Okay, these are called improper fractions. Okay, another one is similar fractions. When we say similar fractions, the numerator is lesser than the denominator. Okay? The numerator is lesser than the denominator. For example, 2/3, 1/3, and they have the same denominator. Okay, so these are similar fractions. Another one is 3/6 and 4/6. Okay, they have the same denominator, but their numerator is lesser. Okay, similar fractions. Okay, next, number 3 is dissimilar fractions. For other term for this is like fractions. Okay, dissimilar fractions, or unlike fractions. Okay, for example, 1/3, 3/4, 4/6. Okay, they are called dissimilar fractions because their denominators are not the same, different numbers. So these are the 3 fractions that I would like to stress this afternoon, because it has a connection to this. We'll go now to adding of fractions. Okay, another example I have here. So in similar fractions, these are similar fractions. You add the numerator and just bring the denominator. For example, 1 plus 2 is 3. And then write the 8. Just write the denominator. Okay, that's how you do in adding similar fractions. Another example, 4/6. 2/6 plus 2/6. Okay, so you add the numerator. 2 plus 2 is 4. And then you put the denominator. Whatever the denominator, we are not going to add the denominator, but we are going to write. Okay, so this fraction is not in simplest form. So we are going to simplify this, because if you are solving fractions, be sure that you are going to simplify fractions. So I discussed this in the first module, that we are going to look for the GCF. So try to see 4 and 6. Okay, what are the factors of 4? 1 and 4, 2 and 2. Then in 6, we have 1 and 6, then 2 and 3. So we'll find out their common factors. Their common factors are 1, and then 2, no other common factors. 2. 2 is their GCF. So we are going to divide by the GCF. So try. 4, 6 divided by the GCF. 4 divided by 2 is 2, and then 6 divided by 2 is 3. Okay. That is in similar fractions. Okay, in adding and subtracting, you have the same procedure or steps, but after that, the difference is only the operation. Okay, in subtraction, you could do the same, only the operation differ. In the operation differ. Okay, next we'll go to dissimilar fractions. Okay, dissimilar fractions or unlike fractions. Okay. And here, 2/5 and plus. Okay. 2/5 plus 4. Okay. In adding dissimilar fractions, we are going to look for the LCD or the LCM of the denominator. LCD, least common denominator, because we're looking for the common denominator or multiple of the denominator. So we'll try. Okay. 5. What are the multiples of 5? 5. Okay, the least multiple of a number is itself, so we have 5. Then 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Then in 4, we have 4. 4 times 1 is 4. Then 8, 12 times 4 times 4, 16. Okay, will not go further because they have the number that they met. Okay, the first number that they met is their least common multiple. We have here 20. Okay, and then we make another fraction. Okay, we're making it two similar fractions because we cannot add the similar fractions unless we change it to similar fractions by finding their LCM. Okay, and then after that, we are going to divide their denominator. Okay, by our LCD, or divide the LCD by our denominators. Okay, so 20 divided by 5 is 4, and then after that, we're going to multiply the numerator. Okay, so 20 divided by 5 is 4, and then multiplied by 2. 4 times 2 is 8. And then 20 divided by 4 is 5. Times 3 is 15. Okay, so 20 divided by 5 is 4, times 2 is 8. And then 20 divided by 4 times 3 is 5, times 3 is 15. Okay, we're going to add 8 plus 15 is 23 over 20. Okay, so if our answer is improper fraction, we're going to divide it, or we'll simplify it. Okay, how could we do that? Okay, numerator divide by the denominator. Okay, so remember this. It doesn't mean that 23 is greater always inside. Okay, or improper fraction, it's always inside because it's improper fraction. We are going to change it to this one. Okay, 23 divided by 20 is 1. So 1 times 20 is 20. And then 3 minus 0, 3. Okay. So our remainder is 3. Okay. So what will happen? Our quotient will become our, this will become our whole number. Okay? And then this will be our numerator. Okay? Always remember this, that our remainder is always our numerator. Okay? And then still our denominator is 20. Okay? So, that is our answer. Okay? What will happen? Okay, our whole number will be our quotient or quotient. And then our numerator will be our remainder. And then our denominator still our denominator 20. Okay? That is how to do adding fractions with dissimilar, adding dissimilar fractions. Okay. Just review it. Okay. We'll go to subtraction. The same if we have similar fractions, 5/8 minus 3/8. Okay, you can directly subtract the numerators. Okay. 5 minus 3 is 2 and then 8. So because this is not yet in simplest form, okay, we'll go directly to their GCF. The GCF is 2. Okay. So 2 divided by 2 is 1, and then 8 divided by 2 is 4. So this is already the simplest form. Okay. Now we'll go to dissimilar fractions. The same with addition. Okay. For example, I have here 3 and 3/4 minus 1/6. Dissimilar fractions. 3 and 3/4. Okay, you can observe this mixed number, but don't worry because if it is mixed number, you subtract also the whole number by n pi. And then 1/6 will subtract by a fraction. Okay, so because they are dissimilar, we're going to look for the LCD. Okay, the same with our addition. Okay, try 4. Okay, what are the multiples of 4? Oh, 4 and then 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. Then in 6, we have 6, 12, 18, 24. Okay, we'll find their common multiple. Okay, we have here 12. We have also 24. But we're looking for the LCD, or least common denominator. Okay, so their least common denominator is 12. And then we are going to divide the same with addition. So we'll divide our LCD with the denominator. Okay, 12 divided by 4 is 3 times 3. Okay, we are going to multiply the numerator is 9. And then 12 divided by 6 is 2 times 1 was 2. Okay, so we are going to subtract. Okay, we'll bring our 3 here because we need another fraction. So we'll subtract only the numerator. We're not going to subtract the denominator. Okay? 9 minus 2 is 7. Then write the denominator. And then 3, we have no number to subtract from 3, so we'll bring down the 3. Okay? That is the answer. Okay? Next, we'll go to subtracting with borrowing. Okay. With borrowing. Okay. I have here whole number. For example, 15 minus 2 and 2 6. 2 and 2 6. Okay. We'll align it. In column, write it in column. 2 6. 2 and 2 6. Okay. We cannot subtract this here from here unless we have a fraction here. So what we are going to do? We are going to borrow 1 from 15. So the 15 becomes 14. And then what will happen to the 1 that we borrowed? Okay, the 1 that we borrowed will make it a fraction equal to 1, equal to this 1. Okay, where are we going to get the number that fraction that is equal to 1? Okay, we will base our fraction equal to 1 from our denominator. Okay, our denominator here is 6. So our fraction equal to 1 is 6 over 6. Fraction equal to 1 are fractions that have the same numerator and denominator. So see here, we have 6, the numerator, and the denominator. So if we divide this, okay, 6 divided by 6 equals 1. So this is the 1 that we borrowed here. So if we add this 1 here from into 14, I mean, same, it will become 15. So our fraction here will be 6 over 6. Okay? So if we add this 1 here, still 15. But we cannot subtract it because it has no fraction, so we do like this. Okay, so we have already a fraction here, so we can already subtract this. Okay, 6 minus 2 is 4. Right here, and then 14 minus 2 is 12. So still, we are going to change this to simplest form. Okay, we'll bring the 12 here because it's not included in our simplest form. We are going to look for the GCF of 4 and 6. So 4, 1 and 4, 2 and 2 is 6, 1 and 6, 2 and 3. 2 times 3 plus 6, 1 times 6 equals 6, 1 times 4 equals 4, 2 times 3 plus 4. So their GCF or their greatest common factor is 2. So we're going to divide by 2. So 4 divided by 2 is 2, and then 6 divided by 2 is 3. So this is now our final answer. So in subtraction with borrowing is you are going to borrow from the whole number, and then what are you going to do? The 1 that you borrow, you make it a fraction equal to 1. What is fraction equal to 1? It has the same numerator and denominator, the same number. And then you can subtract it now because you have already the fraction. Okay, I'll give you another example. We have a fraction here. But, try to see. This fraction is lesser than this fraction. Okay? So, we need to borrow. Because 1 minus 2 is cannot be. So, we are going to borrow. The whole number 14 will become 13. And I said a while ago that the one we borrow here will make it a fraction equal to 1. So the one that we borrow will become a fraction equal to 1, 4 over 4. Because our denominator is 4. We base our fraction equal to 1 from our denominator. Remember this always. We are going to base our fraction equal to 1 from our denominator. Okay? So, what are we going to do? Okay, we'll add this 4 over 4 to 1/4. Okay, so we'll bring the 13 here, right here, and then 1 plus 4 equals 5 over 4. And then we'll bring this fraction here also. We'll move it here. We will align this. 3 and 2/4. Okay. Now we can subtract it because 5 is greater than 2. So we'll try. We'll do it. 5 minus 2 is 3, and then we'll write the denominator. And then 13 minus 3 is 10. Okay. This is already in simplest form. Okay. Why? Because we have no common factor. Okay, except the number 1. Okay, 1, 2, 4. Okay. You can see here, their common is 1. So it means that this is already in the simplest form. Okay, so this is our answer. If you have question, you can chat me. My messenger.